Hello there. Trigger warning, mentions of needles and blood. So on Saturday I got my first piercing. It was an industrial piercing, except I got a plain bar. My mum has always allowed me to have a typical ear piercing, but as a kid I'd always chicken out. So since I have an extended summer holiday, because of my GCSE exams, we saw this as the best chance as I have plenty of time for healing. So how did it go? On Saturday morning I got up and went to the tram with my parents. One thing I realised on the tram was that I wasn't afraid, which annoyed me because I thought the adrenaline would kind of numb the pain. We get into the piercing parlour and they check my ears to see if they're suitable. My piercer, who we'll call Elliot, described my ears as sisters not twins, which was a bit rude. He said it would look far better in my right ear, which was frustrating because I wanted the left done. I didn't know what to expect from the pain. Some people complain rabidly about it, but I've also always been fine with, jabs. My sister told me it was one of the most painful piercings she'd ever had, because there's 2 stabbings and they're connected. Thanks sis, super calming. Anyway, I sat down, he drew on my ear and the needle went through. It wasn't bad at all. I'm not made of steel, I still felt it, but it was just a tiny pinch. So I'm sitting there, piercing in, and Elliot tells me to take a look in the mirror. I get up, I look in the mirror, I love it, and then my vision starts to abandon me and everything sounded like it was underwater. Yay! My mum saw me weakly stumbling, and what did she do? Nothing. She thought I was joking. Luckily, Elliot noticed and laid me down and got me some water. I think that's when panic set in on my mum. My dad can't stand seeing piercings because he's quite squeamish, so he was in another room and oblivious to what was happening to me. So after 2 cups of water, everything was back to normal. I was asked to stay seated for a bit longer, and then we walked into the main lobby. And then my vision left me again. Elliot kicked my dad out the chair, then he sat me down and held my head. Now this both was and wasn't scary. You see, in these kind of moments, your body is kind of coded to send a ton of adrenaline to your heart, as adrenaline is a very useful hormone. Adrenaline basically controls all the fear reactions, like how your heart beats fast to carry more blood for respiration, and how it converts glycogen to glucose. If you don't know what I'm rambling about, don't worry. This wasn't in my biology exam, so I'm just trying to utilise it. But yeah, your body gives you adrenaline when it thinks it's in danger, which meant I was feeling all the effects of fear. However, I wasn't actually scared. I knew for a fact I wasn't dying or anything, because no one dies from a stab through the ear. All my brain was thinking about was how I felt so sick. So I wasn't scared, but I was still feeling the effects. Elliot gave me more water and Fizzlers. I was feeling better, and then my vision went yellow? I don't know what that means, but it didn't last super long. They gave me an I was brave stick and I went out on my merry way. There was a little dry blood, but that's normal, and all went well for the rest of the day. But on Sunday I woke up to find that my ear was covered in dried blood, which was about 1 centimetre thick. Ew. Here's a depiction if you're curious, skip if you don't like blood. So yeah, that was scary, but I washed it up and moved on with my day. It kept bleeding throughout the next few days, but it stopped before a week had passed. I'm getting my septum pierced on Friday, so I'll wait and update you on what happens. Okay, so, first thing, I was really scared for this piercing because of what happened last time. Also, I'd say the septum actually hurt more, which is kind of funny. The piercing itself was only a tiny pinch, which I think is true for majority of piercings, honestly. However, this time the clamp was such a nuisance. Now I look quite funky because of my industrial and septum, plus I have half purple hair. So that's how life's going. Thank you for watching, I'll see you next video.